Hello everyone, Bundy here. Today we're going to a place called the Iron Docks, found up here in the north of Gorgrond. I've heard some good stories about this place, but I'm really just after the raw gold. There's two ways of running this one. Either you can do the first room clear to the first boss, or you can go through to do a full clear. I'm going to try both. I'll do 10 runs of both to see how they go, and I'll go through the results at the end. I'll be using a Death Knight for the reason that the dungeon is fairly long, and at the end of the dungeon you either run back, but what I want to do is use my Death Gate, go to Ebb and Hold. Once I get to Ebb and Hold, do my reset and sell my vendoring, and then I'll just use my Death Gate again and it should port me to straight out front of the instance. So we'll see how it goes, and let's take a look. Okay, once you enter the dungeon you'll see all these mobs in the first area. This first area will be where we do the short run, that's the first room clear. These guys here in this little half circle sometimes can be a little bit difficult to aggro, especially if you're like a level 120 or something like that. Now these battle masters, they have a grab similar to a Death Knight, which gets a little bit annoying. It'll grab you and pull you back, sort of slow you down a bit. But basically we run around here, we're looking for to grab every mob because this is for the raw gold, so we'll just go after everything that drops, even the grey items. If you get around here, there's a guy that stands here. Occasionally he's sleeping. Most of the time he's sleeping underneath that machine, so you just make sure you aggro him. It's just one extra mob. And just cruising through here, grabbing everything we can, and just taking them down to the back area. Make sure you got these guys here. They tend to be grouped in a linked aggro. Grab this guy as last as you can, and you run through. If you grab this guy here on the right, you'll go straight into these guys, and don't worry too much about the other ones because this guy here will come along. These ones here, this guy here is linked aggro with the other three, whereas this one here is not, so you'll end up pulling them all if you just grab those two. You'll find the other guys that you missed out that were near those siege vehicles will end up coming through, and then you just clean them up, kill them all here. And this is basically the short run. So once you've done the short run, you can you can leave, but I'm going to continue on and do the full clear. What you'll find here is, what might be handy to do is if you mount up on a Tundra traveler's mount, one with a vendoring, you'll be able to vendor most of your stuff before you even get to the exit and just go straight out, reset and run straight back in. As you can see, the time was about 2 minutes. It'll take you another 20 seconds to get out, so about 2 minutes 30, 2 minutes 10, so 2 minutes 20. So if you aggro these guys, run through here. I find that if you aggro these Orgon labourers, these big guys, they'll tend to pull the small guys with them. So I focus more on them. You'll have a look here, when I grab these guys, they actually pull the Orgon from there. This guy ends up pulling all these guys on the left. You see these guys here? So yeah, just hitting the Orgons will actually help you aggro everything up. I like to come just around to this corner here and do another kill because they walk extremely slow. I've seen faster glaciers. And just knock them on the head just here. Clean them up, collect what you can. Yeah, it's fairly straightforward using line of sight on these boxes. Right, just run through here. You'll find it's very easy. They'll aggro fairly quickly. So yeah, you get to listen to the great commentary along here. These guys on the right will just run out at you. This labourer will just attack you in the air. So just keep going around here, and then I'll just get around this corner and then I'll just kill this little last group, because they tend to go so slow that it just drives me insane, and I'll be up there and killing the boss, and then I have to wait for everyone to come running up for me. So yep, go through here, the bosses will come out. They go fairly quickly. Just loot and move on. With these hunter type, with the pets, I find if I just aggro the pet, it seems to bring everyone with me. So you'll find up here we've got these cleft hoofs or whatever they call. Yep, cleft hoof. Yep. They'll drag the hunters in. All you do is grab the one cleft hoof from here and you grab all the rest of the other guys there. It's not totally hard. Fairly straightforward run. As you can see, it's fairly quick. It is a little bit annoying dropping down to these little areas down here, but if you grab this first, what are they? Flame spitters. Grab the first flame spitter. They grab all the rest in that area. I find it's good to do another killing just around here. And this is the nice area, like that's why I'm using the Death Knight. If you drop your Death Gate around this area now, you'll find that by the time the cooldown is up, it'll be quick enough for you to go back. So you'll already be finishing your cooldown when you get back to Ebb and Hold, which will save you a lot of time on your turnaround. But be careful, I've done it myself, accidentally dropped the Death Gate way too early and never got back in time to pick it up. And had to drop it again and end up getting my 1 minute cooldown. See, I dropped the Death Gate here and then continue on, kill this guy here, kill Osh here. Run straight up, go do the boss. And once the boss is down, then quickly grab the loot, turn around as quick as you can. The Death Gate cooldown is telling you, because the Death Gate's up for 1 minute, so if you, like now I've got 30 seconds, 28, run back, and jump straight into the Death Gate as soon as I can. Make sure you leave yourself enough time, because it is a bit frustrating when you get to the Death Gate and it disappears in front of you. Alright, so come back here. I'm cutting it very fine, but I did manage to make it. So, yep. Get to the Death Gate, you get back to Ebb and Hold, and it's rinse and repeat. Alright, let's have a look at these results. So the short run managed to get 2,392 gold. Each run took me around 2 minutes and 30 seconds. That can probably be trimmed down with practice. So that meant about 25 minutes for the 10 runs, so I'll definitely be hitting instance lock. So you probably have to do your 10 runs and then go off and do something else and come back an hour later or 3/4 an hour later. But the full clear was 6,256 gold, but that took 6 minutes and 38 seconds, so you'll never actually hit instance lock. And it depends also on how you do with the Death Gate. If you don't manage to get the Death Gate on cooldown quick enough, you might extend that time a bit. But these are both quite viable gold runs. I've heard a lot about the Iron Dot short run, and by the looks of it though, the full clear might be a little bit better for me. So the WoW token is about 120k, so the short run was getting average of about 239 gold per run. So it would take you about 21 hours of farming. The problem there with the short run is the 21 hours go over a longer period of time, because you have to have that stop after every 25 minutes. The full clear though manages to get 626 gold per run on average, but 22 hours for a token, but that 22 hours could be done consecutively. So you could basically, if you had the time or could be bothered, you could sit there for 22 hours solid and make it in the entire thing. Boils down to whichever one suits your playstyle better. Me personally, I would probably prefer the full clear, because I just like to just keep working. Yeah, so hopefully if you found some of this useful. If you did, please subscribe and say hello or leave me any comments. And thank you for watching. Bye bye.